Assalamu alaikum. We have a very important guest today, and that is Alex Lee from YouTube. I would like him to introduce himself first.
Hey, my name is Alex Lee. I graduated with a computer science degree from NC State in 2018. And for the past 2 years, I've been posting Java tutorials on YouTube, and I've been helping a lot of people learn how to program as beginners. I've made a Java course, and I've been featured on Career Karma's top 50 YouTube channels, YouTube coding YouTube channels on 2020. And I'm excited to be interviewed by you guys today.
All right. Let me start my interview with the first question. When you were pursuing your own degree, when was it that you thought you should start your YouTube channel and you should start teaching Java to others? When was it that you thought you're confident enough in Java to teach it to others?
It was actually after I graduated. Within a few months after I graduated, I started teaching coding on YouTube.
That's great. All right. What was your source of motivation for that?
My source of motivation was throughout college, I had internships in the summer, and those internships helped me get an idea of what it would be like to live or to work in the IT industry. And I was more interested in working for myself rather than working for a company. So I started thinking of ways that I could somehow work for myself. And one way I could provide a lot of value and start building self-employment was to just post videos and help as many people as I could. And I felt like I was confident enough with programming, and there wasn't a lot of good programming tutorials on YouTube, because every time I had a question in computer science in college, I would Google it or search it on YouTube. So I knew there weren't very good videos on coding. So I figured I could fill that gap while also building my own business in a way.
That's great, because I love your YouTube videos as well.
I am sure that you faced many obstacles during your career as a mentor. What were these obstacles and how you can overcome them to become a successful mentor?
Right. Obstacles. A lot of the times I would doubt myself. I would think that, I'm not the smartest programmer, or I'm not the best with people or the best on camera, but I was so passionate about building my life the way that I wanted to, that I just had to go for it and start. And so being a mentor was a slow process of being able to feel more confident mentoring people, but I'm very glad I started, and doing it is better than trying to be perfect and not even starting.
It takes to become a successful YouTuber that we see today?
Right. Well, okay. I'll start by saying this. I'm about to hit 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. In the next month, I will probably have 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. But I started YouTube in 2014. I posted gaming videos with my friends for a few years in 2014. And then I took a little break in college, and then I probably had like 7 different channels, okay? And I posted all these kinds of videos. I didn't know what I was gonna do, but I did what I was passionate about. And so in 2018, when I graduated, I started to only post Java tutorials. And ever since then, I posted 1 Java tutorial a week. And I did that for maybe 2.5 years now. So I went from 0 subscribers to about 100,000 subscribers in 2.5 years, doing the same content consistently.
Which source you use to learn Java? Any type of book or other YouTube videos or the websites?
Right.
How can you gain information, much information to teach another?
Right. The main coding language that my college or my university taught me was Java. They really believed in Java, because once you learn Java, you can pick up any other programming language really easily. So they really focused on making sure we understood Java. And even though I went through all the 4 years, I still felt like I didn't really get it because the education was really poor, to be honest. So what I did was I went on YouTube, I went on Google, I tried projects on my own. So I'd say 50% of it was learning from university, and then 50% of it was practicing and learning on my own. One really big inspiration for me to start a coding YouTube channel was the YouTube channel, The New Boston. He posts really simple explanations or simply explained coding videos that inspired me to make my YouTube channel, and he helped me a lot.
I have also a question. Which courses or which methodology the University of America apply in their students? Which methodology can they adopt to pursue their career?
Which methodology? So
Like
they had us
like most
do
of
a
the
lot of
practical time
projects.
that they, yeah.
Yeah. So it was a lot of projects and lectures, and a lot of building code ourselves and with teams.
Was there a time in your career when you thought quitting is an option, when you thought you're really broken up, you cannot really do it, and you were less confident and thinking about it that you should quit?
Yeah, I've probably had at least 5 like serious times where I really believed in my heart that coding wasn't for me and this was not my career path. So I in high school, in college, multiple times, I thought I would never be good at programming, but I stuck with it and kept learning how I could, and eventually I was able to get it.
All right, that's good. What is your foresight on the IT industry worldwide?
Personally, I think that we're becoming so reliant on it so quickly that for me to even think in the future we're not going to use it is just impossible because we're so reliant on technology now, and everything we're building on top of that technology is still reliant on the same base infrastructure. So I don't think IT is going anywhere. I think IT is going to grow exponentially, and yeah.
Why did you prefer to be a YouTuber instead of getting job in the some software house or becoming a
Yeah.
developer well known?
Yeah, I think it's more fun. I think with YouTube is 100% you. As long as you have a camera, you can do whatever you want, man. And to me, that freedom of being able to express myself in all these sorts of ways and not being tied down to coding was just such an eye opener for me. And even so, when you get a job, you say you get a job at a big company or you get a job at a small company, you're still going to have to do whatever the people above you tell you to do. And you're going to have to go in like 40 hours a week, whether you want to or not. So for me, like if I didn't want to go to work, I wanted to have the option to explore something else instead of being told what to do all the time. So the reason I didn't want to work in software development was just because I felt like I was never doing what I wanted to do, and I never had enough freedom, creative freedom to do what I wanted to do. Now, if you work for a good company and they care about you, you might get a lot more freedom to be able to code what you want, and that would be amazing. But for me, I just haven't found that.
Oh, all right. We see that IT skills are, as you said, are in very high demand, and we cannot expect a future without IT. But I've been thinking, will their value continue to increase, or there'll come a time when everyone knows IT and there's no value to it at all?
I think that's a great question. That's a great question. I think for the next several years, IT will be it'll be a very high paying, high demand skill. But I think that over time, maybe a few centuries, IT is going to be like a base knowledge. It'll be like math or writing. You'll have IT too.
Can you suggest us to increase our IT skills and graduate from CS?
I think exploring and like just thinking about what is it that you want to do? Why did you get into IT? Like, did you want to make games? Did you want to build websites to show your friends? Did you want to help save the world? Like, what is it that made you want to go into IT? And then start to trust that and start making projects and exploring on your own, because you might not get that opportunity in school or in a job too. When you're fueled by passion to use IT, it's a lot more, you can you can become so much better of an IT professional if you're fueled by passion rather than money or grades.
That's
Yeah,
great.
sure.
Thank you so much, Alex.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you so much for having your time.